The modern wellness landscape is saturated with influencers promoting extreme freezing protocols. The common belief is simple. If 50 degrees is good, 34 degrees must be better. This is the old belief. It relies on the assumption that intensity is the primary driver of adaptation. A groundbreaking set of investigations from the University of Ottawa has completely dismantled this assumption. The study utilized a specific protocol: immersion in 14 degrees Celsius, roughly 57 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the temperature of standard cool tap water in many regions. Yet this mild temperature was sufficient to induce profound cellular remodeling. Why? Because water conductivity is approximately 25 times greater than air. Water extracts heat from your body relentlessly, and 14 degrees Celsius is enough to force a core temperature drop. This core temperature drop creates a crisis in your body, and how your body handles this crisis changes dramatically between day 1 and day 7 of the Ottawa Protocol. The body shifted from a state of panic and accumulation to efficiency and clearance. The cells were no longer dying from the stress, they were adapting to it. This transition from damage to system upgrade occurred specifically between day 4 and day 7. There is also a massive systemic shift. On day 1, your body generates heat primarily through shivering thermogenesis, violent muscle contractions. By day 7, shivering intensity dropped by 36%, yet core temperature remained stable. How? The gap was filled by non-shivering thermogenesis, primarily driven by Brown Adipose Tissue, or BAT. The cold exposure activated the metabolic furnace, recruiting mitochondria to burn glucose and lipids as pure heat. This implies a critical protocol rule: frequency trumps intensity. Doing one extreme plunge a week does not allow this upregulation of autophagy machinery. You are essentially repeating day 1 over and over again, inducing stress without ever reaching the adaptation phase. The target temperature is 14 degrees Celsius, or 57 degrees Fahrenheit. This is achievable with tap water or minimal ice. We effectively capture the stimulus in 15 to 20 minutes once acclimated. The protocol starts with the shock. Days 1 and 2 are about survival and breath control. Aim for 2 to 5 minutes and extend to 8 minutes on day 2. You will experience high sympathetic tone, but this is completely normal. Days 3 and 4 are the hardest biological window. Push the duration to 8 to 12 minutes. Do not quit here. On day 4, autophagy finally starts to recover. Days 5 through 7 are the adaptation. This is where the magic happens. Extend to 15 to 20 minutes. You will experience internal heat sensation and notice shivering decreases. That is your brown fat activating. To ensure the water is effective, use the Haman Clamp technique. If you are in still water, a thermal layer forms around your skin. You must gently agitate the water every 60 seconds to break this layer and maintain the thermal gradient. Finally, beware of the Afterdrop. When you exit, cold blood from your limbs returns to your core, causing your temperature to continue dropping. Do not take a hot shower immediately, as this can cause fainting. Warm up with slow, active movement, like a horse stance or squats. Safety is non-negotiable. Apart from managing the Afterdrop, Dr. Haman emphasizes protecting the extremities to prevent non-freezing cold injury, or NFCI, which can cause long-term nerve damage. If you expose yourself to this intensity every single day, year-round, you risk diminishing returns and thermal exhaustion. You need to periodize the stress. Once you complete the 7-day cellular reset, shift immediately into maintenance mode. Here, we revert to the threshold suggested by neurobiology data, roughly 11 minutes of cold exposure total per week, split into 2 or 3 sessions. This maintains the dopamine and metabolic baseline without the heavy recovery cost. Save the full 7-day Ottawa Reset for when you need a deep autophagic scrub, typically once every 3 to 6 months. Think of it as a quarterly boot camp for your cells to clear accumulated debris. This is how you engineer longevity without burnout.